as anything.
Can you hear me right now, though?
Yes.
Okay. Well, before it fucks up, I'm gonna buy a new mic in a couple days. I'll give you a real account of what was happening. But just that dude smoking leaves out of a kid's musical kazoo pipe in front
Right.
of me, it just made me account like how crazy my life has been and all the shit that's happened in a timely fashion. So it's made me realize, dude, we're pretty much at the end. Like we're at the,
What do you
those
mean?
people with the those people with the tinfoil hats. Those motherfuckers they're right.
Yeah.
At this point, they're right.
Yeah, they've always been right.
Oh no, no. I mean, they're more right now than ever. I mean, holy shit, dude.
Why are they more right now? Dude, it's so funny. Like, people think like they're crazy. Like, tinfoil hat people
Dude,
are more
they're
right
more
than
right
wrong.
now than ever.
No,
Well,
dude.
yeah, but
They're
look,
right like
but
80% of the
this is what I'm
time.
saying. But this is what I'm saying. Me as a person,
Clearly you have more compassion
and what I've
than
been
the
through
host
and what
of
I've
cackling
done.
fools that watched the whole thing.
You know, if you've ever, did you watch those movies with Jim Carrey where he was God, or
Yes.
where God talked to him and it was Morgan Freeman?
Yes.
Okay, well, Morgan Freeman pretty much just smoked a bowl of leaves in front of me the other day.
Talking about.
Yo, just think about it. If you think about it like in some mystical, crazy shit, think about God, dude. God just smoked a crack pipe full of leaves out of a ditch in front of me and asked me for help, and I didn't give it.
Are you talking about a real Morgan Freeman, or are you just talking about some random black guy that looks like Morgan Freeman?
Okay, did I not explain the story?
No,
Like,
dude, you just said
I don't want to.
kazoo.
I don't want to because my mic's gonna cut out, and I'm afraid it's not gonna cut through for you.
Listen, I am without
But
means.
the other day I went to the
It's my
store.
wages.
I was
How
like
am I to
putting
pay
it
the
off,
governor?
like I wanted to grab
How am
some
I to
beer,
feed my
right?
son?
And I was like, hey, I'm gonna grab some beer, but I kept
That woman
saying,
should be in the
I don't
stocks.
really want to. I'm
Gods
gonna
do
wait.
nothing.
And
You,
then
you've heard me out
I
at least.
talk myself into doing it, and I go,
They call her
and I buy the
Mokea.
beer.
I imagine she's
As
very
I'm leaving
wealthy.
the
She
store,
will feel proud of herself.
I'm walking across this
Follow the road
field,
as it bends north, then west.
and I see a guy
Can't
on
miss
the
it.
other side of the
Pile
main road
sticks and straw.
walking the same pace as me. And he's homeless. I can see he's homeless. He looks dirty from afar. Like
Okay.
you don't even have to be close to realize he's homeless. Once I get to the point of the field where I have to cross the road to get onto the same side of the road as him, he I'm following him. We get to the parking lot of this church. This is the same church. This is the same church that I was baptized at when I was a kid.
Okay.
This is the same church. This is the same church I was saved at, where I found God, right?
Okay.
This is the same church. The guy proceeds to turn around, look at me, and he takes a lighter, and from what I can tell is a kid's musical instrument, like a kid's kazoo with tinfoil, and he lights something, like he sparks it up. And I'm like, oh shit. Me and this crackhead just made eye contact. Oh no, what do I do? Alright. So he proceeds to talk to me. His name is Benjamin. His name is Benjamin. He's from Ashboro. And he's like, he looks at me dead ass in my eyes. He's like, can you help me get my life together, man? Yeah, this guy who just turned and smoked something out of a tinfoil children's instrument asked me to help him get his life together. Now listen,
Crazy.
I've done a lot of mushrooms. I've smoked a lot of weed. There's a part of my soul. I was like, dude, this is my moment. God is asking me to help. I'm like, this is my ticket. I was like, this is my ticket in. I was like, Jesus is talking to me. This is him. This is God. God is talking to me right now. I'm buying beer. Listen, I'm buying beer. I'm walking down the street. Some homeless dude smoking crack out of a kazoo is asking me to change his life. Yo.
Subscribe.
Listen, you can't make this shit up. This shit's insane. Because I could have waited. Like, I could have went earlier to the store. I could have went later to the store and never met this guy. It happened by circumstance.
Well, that's everything in life.
Either way. So we're still walking towards my house. He's walking the same direction. And he asked me to change his life. Like, he asked me to help him. And I was like, dude, I don't think I'm the guy.
How are you supposed to do
like,
that exactly?
Well, I don't know, but like I said, like I literally had a heart-to-heart with him. I was like, look, I don't think I'm the guy to help you. I can't even help myself, dude. I said that to him. I was like, dude, I can't help myself. I don't think I'm the one. Then he asked me for soap. He's like, do you have soap?
Who carries around soap?
Well, no. He was like, do you have soap at your house that you could give me? So then I got a weird feeling. It suddenly didn't turn into a, hey, I'm talking to God. I was like, hey, I might be talking to the devil and he's trying to figure out where I'm living.
Yeah, that's exactly where my mind went to.
Right. That's where it shifted. That's where it shifted into darkness. Listen, you gotta listen to the story. Like, this was the whole thing. Like, it was the whole thing for me. Because I was already drunk. Like, I had been drinking already. I went to grab more beer. So this is why this all, like, stuck with me harder than it should have. Either way. So in the beginning, this dude's asked me to change his life. I'm like, oh man, maybe this is like Jim Carrey and it's Morgan Freeman on a bus and he's asking for your help. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
No, I don't, but okay.
I'm being funny. That's what I'm humoring the world. Alright, but then he asked me for soap, and then he asked me for soap from my house. And I was like, dude, I don't use soap. Look at me.
Okay.
Alright, we're walking. He's still walking with me, giving me his life story about how hard life is and why he's where he's at. He stops, right, in front of me. And this is where I grab my knife. Like, I put my hand on my knife because he stopped in a weird way. I grabbed my knife. I was like, I'm gonna have to stab a crackhead. That I thought this dude was Jesus. Now I think he's a crackhead, and I'm gonna kill him.
I think he's always a crackhead.
Okay, well, listen, I'm just being funny. Like, I'm just being funny. Like, I thought he was a crackhead from the jump, but just for the humor of it. You know what I mean? Okay. Regardless. Okay. He proceeds after he stops. He grabs a handful of leaves, dried up leaves from a tree. Right?
Okay.
Out of this ditch. Crumples them up into dust, into his crack pipe kazoo, and proceeds to smoke a bowl full of leaves. Yes, in front of me, right there on the side of the road.
What?
Yo, yeah, he grabbed a handful of dried up leaves, crumpled them up into his crack pipe children's musical instrument kazoo, and smoked it right in front of me. So we're 2 houses away from my house, right?
Subscribe.
I can see my house. I'm like, all right, man, this is my house. And I walk behind my neighbor's house. Like that's my home. So that if he comes back, he's going to be looking over there, not here. So if he comes back in a murderous rage, to murder a bunch of people. He doesn't know that that's where this guy who watched him smoke leaves. It's fucking...
I mean, that's a really weird story. Did he seem to get high off of it, or it's just like he was just smoking?
Dude, he smoked leaves like it didn't even compute. Like, dude, he wasn't in the same plane of existence as us. That's why I like walked behind a stranger's house to pretend that's where I lived, so that just in case this psychopath.
But he just he just like thought that you were him. I mean, like you just thought you went to his house and he just walked away.
No, once we got to once we got to the house that I told him was my house, which wasn't
Yeah.
my house,
Right.
I gave him some advice. Cause from my house you can see street lights, like stop lights and shit. I was like, hey, if you go past this stoplight that you see that stoplight? He was like, yeah. I was like, if you go past that stoplight and you keep walking on your left, eventually will be a grocery store. There's a lot of people there. Somebody will help you. And whatever happened after that, who fucking knows?
Jeez.
I sent him to the local grocery store.
It can bother people over there.
Yeah. Somebody needs to help him. He might be God.
I have a story of a guy.
Yeah.
Not like that though. No, this happened like the other day. I was kind of pissed off. Like, it was like where my job is now is like more of the hood. Not more of the hood, is the hood. Is what it is. You get a lot of fucking crackheads and weirdos walking around. And like when my job is like taking their fucking sweet ass time to give me a truck, I literally just sit in my car. And I just happen to come out to take a piss. So I take a piss like behind the because I don't feel like going inside and going to the bathroom. And I'm like, while I'm there, like one of the managers comes out and is like, I'm like, is it ready yet? Like, no, okay. She just walks away. And you see this black dude, tall dude. He's like, yo, and I can already tell what he's doing because people do, like, they do it all the time. Like, hey man, I'm not just trying to ask for money. I'm really looking for some food. And he's just like this tall dude, tall black dude with a nice sweater and like jean shorts that looked really nice and the whitest shoes you could ever see with a cigarette in his. And he's asking me for food like he's a homeless guy. He's like, look, man, I'm not even trying to like.
Look, man. As soon as I hear look, man, I'm like, fuck off.
He's like, dude, I'm not even trying to like, get high or take money. Like, I just need food. He's like, there's a deli over there, and it's like, it's like the deli right over there. And I just looked at him like, what? Oh man,
What?
Oh dude, I don't got nothing.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you're dressed better than I am. Like, what the fuck? That was the craziest shit out of the whole thing. I'm like, bro, you're dressed better than me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you look like you're more of an in order person than I am. And you're asking for money. I just thought that was the craziest fucking thing to me. I was like, yo, this guy's like fucking. Oh, like who
Imagine if he
thinks,
smoked a bowl of leaves right after that.
bro? Like who? Like you. If you're asking for money, dude, you can't look better than the person you're asking. No.
Yeah.
Like how do I look like a bum and you're asking me for money, dude? And you look like you
Yeah,
came out of like.
that dude was God too, just like the homeless dude smoking leaves.
Nah, bro.
That was God asking you for a meal, dude. He was trying to test you, dude, just like I was tested. We're both gonna burn, dude.
No, we're not gonna burn. You know why?
No, just you wait. Just you wait till you die. He's gonna bring this shit up. He's gonna be like, hey, you remember that guy that you thought was better than you but needed a moment for help? And just because you thought he was above you, you didn't help him?
No, that's not why I didn't help him.
And then he's gonna be like, hey, Bobby B, you remember that guy who smoked a bowl of leaves
That
in
was
front
Jesus.
of you? That was me.
that That was literally the Son of God, dude.
Yo, that was God. That tested. That was a test, dude. You
No,
failed.
I mean, I'm talking about like I don't think that he's like more than I am or I'm more than him. It's more like I think about shit differently now. For that guy,
Dude,
like
I think about a lot of shit different. That's why we're going to hell, though.
no, because I bet you, I would 100% bet you I'm not going to hell for that because like in my head, bro, like this fucking guy looks better than I do. You know what I mean? Like he's dressed better than I am. He has a cigarette in his ear. Like you obviously have money for that fucking cigarette, bro. And you're asking me for money. And in my head, the whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, bro, I got 3 fucking kids. And like, if I give you money, I'm basically just taking food away from my own kids. So now in my head, that's all where my head goes now. So I'm just like, dude, I'm not gonna give you food because that's literally the food I would feed my own kids. Go fuck yourself, dude. Like, I ain't feeding you shit. I ain't feeding you fucking nothing, dog. That's just where my head goes. Like, I can't. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I was younger, I'd be like, yeah, sure, man. Here's $10 for getting yourself some food. Now,
I was
fuck
drunk and
that,
high as
dude.
fuck, dude. And this dude came out of nowhere, and I just humored it, dude. Until I humored it up until the point he was trying to figure out where I lived, and then I was like, oh,
Because, dude, he was gonna show
now
up at
that
your house every day, dude.
yeah, and I was like, now there's danger. I was like, now it's not God. God wouldn't ask for your password.
Yo, he'd be the type of dude, bro. He'd be the type of dude that just shows up and wake up and he's sitting on your couch.
Yeah.
Like, what's your
Yeah,
breakfast? Bro, get the fuck
Yeah,
out. But
Funk, it's kind of like games when you get up there, like hotlines
are you subscribed yet?
for help. They're like, we'll never ask for your password. That's what Jesus would do. Jesus would never ask for your password, dude.
What is he? You think he's like Xbox help or something?
Yeah, dude, Jesus is like a support line, dude. And he would never ask for your
He would
password.
never ask for your social security number.
He might ask for your name, but he won't ask for your password.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, that is true, dude. When Satan, listen, kids. When Satan comes knocking, he's not gonna ask for them digits, cause you know. I can't even finish that. It's so stupid. Hey, shut up. That's because you're sober, bitch.
Doesn't do it. Oh, you're cracking. No, we're gonna get off of that.
Fucking bitch. You smell like.
What?
You smell like harlots and dick cheese.
Okay.
You fucking sick.
I don't. I don't.